So welcome to the Fort Lauderdale Raw Food Meetup. My name is Goddess, and if you've received an email from me, you are all my sisters and you are all goddesses, so you are all sister goddesses, so welcome. And my brothers, the men here, you are all my brothers from another mother, because we're all connected, related somehow. And today the food's going to bring us a little closer, because we like to eat raw and we like to be juicy. So we have for you today 3 fabulous demonstrations. I'm going to do one of them, so I know it's fabulous. But I know what Haas is going to do, and I'm really excited to see the third one too. So it's really simple stuff. We're just going to show you a couple of recipes or show you how to use different things. Please ask any questions that you have, and then we're going to bring out the food buffet, and we're going to ask the people who created whatever food item you have to tell us what's in it, or if there's any specific explanation on how it was created or made to tell us what was the involvement in that. And then we'll set out a whole food extravaganza, and you'll taste, you'll sample, you'll eat. We'll post all the pictures and the recipes on the website, so sometime tomorrow afternoon, maybe even tomorrow evening, all the recipes and the pictures will be posted. And we're really working on video, because I take video too, but we haven't quite figured out how to do that and make it easier to find, so we're working on it. Any questions so far? Good. So we have some new faces today. Yay! Welcome if you're a first timer. We're really glad to have you here. We're really excited whenever somebody wants to come and learn and explore and taste and share, because that's really important. That's the only way our community grows. Okay, and then I think we're ready to start. Do you want to start? Okay. Oh, come on up.
Hi everyone, my name is Johansson. I was born and raised in Sweden. You can probably tell from my accent. Can't get rid of it. And my name is so difficult to pronounce. It's A with a circle over it, but A like in raw, you might remember it. I wanted to show you the NutriBullet. You might have one yourselves. I just got mine. I have a high-power blender, so I didn't think I would need a NutriBullet, but it's pretty neat. So I'm going to compare the two of them, a Blendtec blender, a high-power blender, and a NutriBullet. And I thought maybe I should make something also. I'm going to make a soup. If you've seen the NutriBullet demonstrated, it's usually smoothies that they have, but it's nice to make a soup also. I read an article 30 years ago that said broccoli can prevent cancer, and that was so interesting. Ooh, this is something I need to get into, and I became a vegetarian, and then I also found out about raw foods and Wigmore, and I got books and I started making some recipes. I thought they were a little boring, a little bland. It wasn't really what I enjoyed, but I had it back on my mind how important it was for these kind of foods. I got it now. So, excuse me. It's disappearing. I need an extension cord because these two outlets don't work. So the NutriBullet comes with 3 cups. Here's the large one, and it's a smaller one, and one with a handle. How many of you have NutriBullet?
I have the little magic book.
You have a magic book? Okay. You know what? It's not going to be a soup. I already made a soup. I have it here. I forgot the blades that cut the food. So I'm just going to describe how it works with a NutriBullet. There are 2 blades. One is a mill for nuts, and you can put it on any of these cups. And the other one is a blade that will extract, I call it an extractor. It will cut open all the cells to get all the juice and the nourishment out. And you just put all the things in here. I have the basil leaves, you have salt, tahini, and a sun-dried tomato. I'm going to show it to you, and you can imagine how it's going to work in the NutriBullet. Right? Right. Yeah. You have good imagination. Fresh pepper, salt. I really like this salt, Celtic sea salt. very pure sea salt with all the minerals still in there. Has just been sun-dried, that's it. 84 minerals, a wonderful flavor to it.
Where do you get that?
Hopefully carry it.
You can also get it online sometimes.
Are we talking about the bullet?
Is
or
it
are we
some-
talking
No,
about
no, the Celtic sea salt.
Oh, okay.
If you get it
Salt.
online, is it significantly cheaper?
Yes.
Little lime. Let's see, I have a garlic in here. Clove of garlic and some lime. Water. That's it. When you blend in a regular blender, what I prefer with this, you can make much larger soup, salad, smoothie, whatever you're going to make. This is just for one person, more or less. It's great if you want to make dressings, and it's great if you want to make sauces and smaller liquids. It's great also if you want to grate nuts or chop them. But if you have the blender running, you can add oil while it's running here. You can't do that with a NutriBullet. Let's see here. You put it up here, you put it in here, and it turns everything up, chops it up. Then you have to open, and you have to add whatever you need to add. So with a blender, it's much easier because you can just pop the lid open. You can taste, you can add more spices, and taste as you go. And you need to do that when you make raw food, because they're going to taste different all the time depending on the ingredients you put in. They are fresher, juicier, more pungent, whatever. It's going to taste different. So I got a little bit off track here now when I couldn't make this soup. But it's running now. Here it is. So, any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, I mean, I would imagine that the Blendtec still mixes better than the NutriBullet.
There's more power in the motor for the Blendtec. It does. So you can pull in all the nuts and the harder vegetable. But this will still take care of a carrot in the soup, for instance. It does extract the nutrients. It does.
How is it light enough to travel with?
If it's light enough, yeah. It's lighter than the other paste, for sure.
What's the advantage of the NutriBullet? Why would the NutriBullet be better?
Because of the price, and also it's easy to clean for just one person if you're going to make a small amount or for the smoothie. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Vitamix and it's fantastic. But sometimes, like if you're making something kind of creamy, a dressing or something, it gets. There's a whole lot left in the bottom. You have to work hard to get it out.
You do.
Does that solve that problem?
Yes, it does. Especially if you use the smaller cup like this. You can just turn it over. It's much easier. So it's great for dressings.
What did you say?
Get a wooden spoon.
Vitamix.
I
And
have
I said
a
that
What's the difference between the NutriBullet and the spatula?
spatula.
the Magic Bullet was the first version. Can I show you? It looks like this.
That's the magic.
That's the Magic Bullet.
And then they give to my dog.
So this one that I got comes with lids. You can put the lid on and travel with it. Or it's a special lid if you're sensitive and you want something smooth for your lips. You put this on. You can't use both. Either or.
Doesn't one come with a handle too?
Yeah, it comes with a handle if you want to put that on.
What about leaking?
Does it leak when
Pardon?
you have the lid on?
Pardon?
Does it leak when the lid is
No,
on?
it doesn't leak. It doesn't. No.
Is the NutriBullet like more powerful than the Magic Bullet or something?
I don't know that.
I used to have a Magic Bullet, and my next door neighbor has a NutriBullet.
Okay.
Which bullet?
A NutriBullet.
Yeah.
And the NutriBullet is significantly more powerful.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
I wouldn't
Okay.
imagine. Okay.
It's the newer model, right?
You can get it in
Oh,
any
it's like
kitchen
in Chelsea
store. It's got to be
Bullet?
through on TV. They show it.
Well, if you go to NutriBullet.com, they sell it for $119 with everything that I showed you, with shipping and handling. My son bought one for him and one for me from Walmart.com. I got it for 99.
That's what I paid for the magic bullet was 99.
I ended up
But
getting,
you have to pay for shipping.
Yeah, so for one
But it's
person.
99 is
Yeah.
half price. How much can you ship?
119.
Oh, 119. I heard you 199. Okay, yeah, 120.
So if you're a single household, it could be great to have a NutriBullet instead of getting a Lentic or Vitamix.
How does it work with nuts and seeds if you're making like a cashew cheese or something like that?
I use the mill blade, as I call it, with walnuts, and it chops it up, but it pulls the oil out so they're not dry anymore, they're not crumbly. They sort of all stick together, and that's good if you're going to use it for a smoothie. If you're going to use it dry, that you just want to sprinkle nuts over something, it won't work. But
Or
it
to make
grinds
like
it
a
up.
cheese after it's been soaked, does it work really well? Like really
Yeah, you can do
creamy
that.
stuff?
Yes.
And the butter. And now butter.
Yeah, like a nut butter almost. Not as soft and smooth, but still getting there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
I've used it for making portobello mushroom burgers.
Okay.
And put my walnuts in here, and that's exactly, it makes it almost like a paste.
Yeah, it does.
But it works perfectly fine in that.
Sure, yeah.
Mhm.
If you don't mind
Magic
that
bullet.
texture, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say it made nut butter?
It does. It's not as soft as a nut butter that has been stone ground, for instance. But it is very smooth, and it's not chunky at all. It pulls the oils out and it becomes smooth.
just by blending the nuts, or do you want to?
Yeah, yeah. If you put them in with the mill blade,
Okay.
2 wings to the mill blade, and the extractor has 4 wings to it.
The magic bullet, the one I have, comes with 2 blades, one a little more flat sort of, and one
Okay.
more, more up.
Yeah, okay. Raised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the extractor is the more flat one.
Extractor is one with the 4 blades. One goes up and
That goes
goes
up.
Yeah. Do you have 2 also?
The what? I have an old one, but I only have the flat. Oh, actually, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Like
like
that.
that. Okay, that's the one.
Older model.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I forgot. I put everything
I'm
else.
sorry.
We're good.
No.
That was great. Our imaginations make it even more wild.
Perfect.
That's right, we could just make the noise.
And if I can ask Sister Goddess Asa to share, Sister Goddess Asa owns a company called On the Line, which does amazing, they go and they tour restaurants in the area that are raw or vegan. So she does evenings or soirees or lunches, and she does cooking classes. And if you kind of liked a little bit of the way she talks and her style, you'll definitely enjoy her cooking classes. Can you tell us a little bit more about
Or non-cooking classes.
Yeah, sure. I've been teaching for 3 years, and since it's my passion, it's something I really wanted to do. And friends asked me if I could have an evening and just show them what foods are. Then they wanted to invite their friends. That's how it all started. So now I'm here based in Fort Lauderdale, and I do classes for either private groups, or it could be, there's a little olive store in Delray Beach that want me to have a series of classes there, just to have people be introduced to raw foods. And I will probably be at the Green Barn Kitchen here in Fort Lauderdale and have classes. And I moved here because I wanted to have my classes here, but it's just for private events, so they've changed it around. I don't do that anymore.
Also, are you 100% raw foodist, or do you sometimes, from time to time, eat something raw?
I eat cooked vegan foods. Sometimes vegetarian when I travel, but mostly raw at home raw,
Yes.
because I like it the best. Yeah. And I don't want to put a label on what I eat. You know, if it's 80 or 90%, is that in weight? Is it in calories? Or what it is? It's an art of living. What I feel, I eat.
Yeah, me too, I agree with you. Because people ask me that, well.
Yeah, sure.
What do you eat?
Yeah.
Tons of food.
Yeah, I eat really good stuff.
Really good stuff. I like that answer.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Waiting for a treat today. Sure. I have wanted to show you on my website, on thelime.com, I have a free breakfast book. If you're interested, just sign up and give me your email address, and you get it automatically as a link. And it's 10 raw food breakfasts. And it also talks about the circadian rhythm, how we're supposed to eat and live during the 24-hour cycle. So we are in a good place when it comes to all the hormones that the body is releasing. So eat less in the evening, for instance, is one of the things. I think you will find it interesting. This is my gift to you. I have some business cards if you're interested also. And any questions? Yeah?
I apologize because I came in late, so I didn't get the full message. You were speaking about it in regards to, I believe you were talking about making cheese, but it's not the dairy cheese. Is that correct?
Well, I was talking about making tomato soup, so we've all seen that now here. But then also there's a special blade that called a middle blade that you can attach to the NutriBullet cup, and that will cut like cut herbs or nuts, and the nuts would release their oil, so it would be kind of like a butter almost.
But that's a problem I'm running into whenever I try to make my raw milk butters and then my raw milks after I've soaked my nuts. Is I'm still having them come out really grainy, and or because I'm a minimalist, so like whenever I make my nut butters, I just try to do it with them, and I have a Central Feature Omega 8006, so it's made to make the nut butters.
Right.
And to a certain extent, I get a good consistency,
Yeah.
but it's not a consistency like it's easy to spread. It's more chunky, and I found that when I add things like raw coconut oil or whatnot, it makes the consistency better, but I'm trying to avoid that. And then my dilemma with the milks is that, or my cheeses rather, is after I make the milks, is whenever I'm trying to press them, they still come out really granular. Is there anything you could recommend? And I use the Omega, and then I also use a high intensity or high wattage rather blender whenever I'm making my milks.
Okay. When you make the milks, you have to strain them for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I use a E-coat cream bag, one of the draining bags, to get the milk out.
Right.
And then when I'm left over, I either dry out in the dehydrator and use it like almond meal or cashew meal for something that I'm making. Or what I've recently been trying to do is make cheese, and that's where I'm not being successful.
Yeah. Well, when I make cheese, I use the whole nut. Usually, if I make a cashew cheese, I use the whole nut. When it comes to nut butters, they are especially stone ground, and they have special certain machines to get this smoothness in the nut butter. You won't be able to do that at home, like in the Omega 8006. I have that one too, or another more powerful juicer with a blank on. That it won't happen, but it will still be okay. And put some oil in there. Make sure you put some oil in when you press them. Sure.
What kind of a machine would you have to make a nut butter?
Well, they are industrialized, the large versions. So I don't know of anyone for home use.
Like an Excalibur?
No. Well, that's a dehydrator.
No, I'm sorry. So there's nothing that's available for home use?
I don't know of anyone. Do you?
Yes. The mini food processor will not work because the blades are too small. But a large food processor will spin the nuts well enough to make them smooth. But you must use whole nuts. You cannot use the leaves because you're already extruding the oil. Once the oil is in there.
I know you can make like a nut butter in it, like a KitchenAid. That's a quite powerful food processor. That will work pretty good. It takes time. It takes 10 minutes. But you have to have a powerful machine to be able to make it.
Like an almond butter. I've never made
Yeah,
nut butter,
right,
so that's
right.
okay. Did you make like almond butters and things? I've never done it.
Right, you have to soak them first.
Yes, but I have a KitchenAid, so that's why.
Okay.
Can I ask you a
Like
question?
in a large cup. Like it's 12
Yeah, it's an old
cup.
one, but it kicked.
Yeah.
They kicked. I mean, they're pretty sturdy. Do you sprout?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
I do.
Yeah.
Mung beans, fenugreek.
I'm sorry?
Mung beans, fenugreek, whatever.
Fenugreek avocado, mung beans are one of my favorite, and crimson lentils. Have you ever sprouted chia seeds?
Only on the chia pets. I usually eat them as they is because I really want the gel from the chia seeds. That's so beneficial for our intestines.
Well, that's what I mean, so you put them in water to get that gel.
Yeah, but you don't soak them and throw the water out. You
Yes.
eat them as they are.
I don't know, I've done it a whole bunch, I love the chia seeds. I give a spoonful to my dog every day, he's like ready to hike 5 miles and he's 10 years old. But I tried it, I did the gel thing. I don't know, there's something, I don't like it in my, I just don't like it. I don't know, the flavor and it spoils. I've noticed, after I pour the water off, they have spoiled more quickly. I put them in the refrigerator, of course, and cover them. And how do
But how do you soak them for a certain length of time?
Yeah, I've soaked them and they get that, kind of like a raw egg yolk.
Right.
And now I just can't do them. And they have an unusual odor to them after you do that. I don't know what it is, but they're really not pleasant to me. I've done them several times and I thought maybe I was doing something wrong.
Yeah, when I make chia seeds, I soak them maybe just 20 minutes. You can soak them in a juice, or you can soak them with raisins and water maybe, and then just chop fruits to it. So you get the crunch from apples, for instance, so you get the flavor from blueberries. That's a good dish.
Oh, so you put something in there with them when you soak them? Oh.
Because I eat them. I eat the gel. I never throw the soap water out like you do with regular nuts or seeds like sunflower seeds.
Do you do the same with the, oh, I just remembered this one. The brown seeds, the flax seeds. Flax seeds.
Yeah, I use the gel there too for crackers and so. Yes.
Because it's nutritious, is why.
Yeah, and it binds everything together when they're going to make a cracker. You need that gel to bind together.
Ah, okay, so you don't just take them, because what I've done, have you ever just eaten a spoonful of them? No, because that's what I'm
Not
saying.
really. No.
Yeah, that's.
I have a suggestion. I have this wonderful chia recipe that I learned from John down at Life Food Gourmet down in Pocono a long time.
Uh-huh.
And what he does is he takes almond milk or any nut milk and he puts it with the chia so you don't get that slimy.
That's
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, that's
And
what.
so what he does is he uses a quarter of a cup of chia to 1 cup of any nut milk. Then he adds mulberries and fruit and nuts and maybe a little agave or maple syrup or honey, whatever you want. And it's sweet and it's delicious. And if you make a cashew cream sauce to go with it, see, then you get all the benefits, but you don't get that. Yeah, then it tastes more like a tapioca pudding kind of a thing.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, than like a slimy, disgusting cheese. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
my dog loves it, but I just,
Yeah,
I give them all in and give them all in.
It's gross when you put water in it. It's gross when you put
Yeah, thank you. I thought it was just.
Yeah, but no, but if you put the nut milk in it, you get all the benefits and you get the milk. But you don't get
There you go.
Or you could put a cup, you can make a quarter cup of cashew nuts and then 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and some water and mix that up. Add flavors like garam masala and cinnamon. Spice it up a little. That's nice. And maybe some honey if you want some sweet.
And you still get all that powerful protein.
What was the first spice you mentioned?
Garam masala.
Yummy.
So if you want more of these yummy recipes, I would definitely, I would definitely tell you to sign up to ontheline.com. Because Sister Goddess also sends a beautiful newsletter. She sends pictures, she sends recipes, and she lets you know when her upcoming classes are. And she always puts a yummy little spin on her food.
Thank you.
Can I ask one little question?
One last question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I did not know we're supposed to eat that gooey stuff. So when
Yeah,
I
it's
make
beneficial.
flax crackers, I usually soak the flax and the chia, and they make that stuff.
Right.
And I've already made other kinds of stuff. I usually use almonds too that have been soaked, and then whatever peppers, onions, whatever I'm going to use, and then I mush it together, so to speak, and then dehydrate it. So, and they're delicious. So in the dehydrating of it, have I then ruined whatever protein I'm supposed to get from the gooey stuff, which would never occur to me to eat. So have I ruined that then?
No, you haven't ruined it. You just didn't get the benefit from the gel that's in the intestines. We need that.
Oh.
It is the gel that's so important, isn't it? That's what I read.
It's
didn't
one
know
of
that.
the benefits,
Uh-huh.
but the protein is in the seed. You
Yes,
need to
well, I
chew
get
the
that.
seed.
So I have to
get
eat
that
that
out.
gooey stuff? Okay, I'm gonna find a new
I'm
way.
telling you, gay, I thought I was.
Okay, never mind.
You're gonna try it, you're gonna let us know how it was.
Well, believe me, I'm not someone who's gonna eat something gross. I'm gonna put interesting things and I'm
You're
gonna make
gonna
it
try in
taste good.
different ways and see
Yeah,
what
that's
works
what I'm
out.
gonna do.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Sister.
Thank you, Arthur.